second and I'll set it up or send it as I get this set up. Yeah. How about I email it to you because I'm on the computer with it? Yeah, I'll get outside. All right, Bill, that's sent to you. And now I've got to get this set up on Restream. We're doing. Maybe it didn't make me, so you want to check? All right, I'm gonna let you off the phone, Bill. Are you on here? No, not yet. Oh, yeah, we gotta figure out how to get you as one of the hosts in this so we don't have to do that. All right.
I can go ahead and hang up.
Yeah. Now, as we're doing this, you want to check, make sure we're on both the YouTubes.
Yeah, I got both YouTubes up over here so I can watch them.
Okay, are we live on them?
I don't see. Yes, it is.
Sweet.
Click on the live button. Oh, your live actually came up with a thumbnail. What's up with that? Yeah, I got both YouTubes up over here so I can watch them.
Okay, are we live on them?
Yeah, I got both YouTubes up over here so I can watch them.
Okay, are we live on them?
Yes, it is.
Sweet.
Don't click on the live button. Oh, your live actually came up with a thumbnail. Oh, your live actually came up with a thumbnail. This thing's on rewind here. Thing's on rewind here. Thing's on rewind here.
Bill, I had the other pulled up, so I got to find it.
Make sure you mute the mute your video. I got both these. Oh, well, I got these video. Maybe it's my fault.
Yeah, I think
got
it's
those.
on your end because it didn't even pull it up on my end this time.
Okay, I got them muted now.
Okay.
That's probably my fault because I didn't have them muted.
Good. There it is. All right, we'll give them a few to trickle in. See if we get anybody live today. I put out some videos today inviting people to our live, and then I don't know if you saw our deal, the deal I sent you earlier, Bill, on some of the stuff we can do this next week to promote it too.
I saw some, you had well, I called an email up a second ago that was on there. I had to go find it. Where the hell I could put it? I don't know. Launch meetings.
Now I'm gonna mute myself for just a second. Ben.
Okay.
All right, I am back.
Okay.
We're pushing towards our opening minutes here. Are we getting any,
I don't see anybody showing on YouTube yet.
sweet?
If you're out there in YouTube land, say hello.
Yeah.
Clock is like 2 minutes slow.
So I didn't get a chance to see your horse video yet, but how did it go?
All silly as usual.
That's the whole point, right? To have fun with it.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice.
I kept forgetting the words a little bit here, a little bit there. I didn't say it right. So I pieced together two videos and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I spent way too much time trying to fix it, but
As long as you had fun with it, that was the main
it's
point, wasn't it?
it's a learning curve to figure out how to use this stupid CapCut thing too.
Oh.
Like cut piece here, cut piece there.
Oh, did you try to edit it and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't, like I said, I hadn't had a chance to watch it, but I'll get on there today. I saw it, the thumbnail for it. So.
That suit's not as good as a chicken suit. The chicken suit works better. I took the I had it plugged in and it was blowing, but the thing wouldn't fill up with air. So then
Oh,
I swapped the fan off the chicken suit and put it on there, and it still took it forever to blow up. I don't know if that thing just, I mean, it's got more to it maybe, but I don't know if it's leaking somewhere or what, but it's just like sit there really limp.
no.
The chicken suit will blow up in about, I don't know, 2 minutes, and it's fully hard and blow and ready to go. And that one, I stood out there in the heat sweating. I'm waiting, and I got my phone set up out in front of my trees, got where I got some decent background, and I'm sitting out there just pouring sweat, waiting for this thing to blow up, and it's like really being slow. It still never got all the way fully, you know, hard. It just kind
Yeah.
of, yeah. So I kind of had to pick it up and carry it half the way. And I don't like that suit near as much. It's got the horse, it's got the reared up feet on it too. So I mean, it's not like when you stop running, and what do you do? You stopped with the feet up in the air. So
Yeah.
I'm not one of my. I like the chicken better. I may have to go back to that one. I'll make some of each.
Just make you a dozen chicken videos.
Yeah.
Have you got them where they tie in? Like I said, I haven't watched. So have you got them where they tie into your theme ties into the whole business stuff, or is it just for fun or?
I'm riding the co-living trail looking for a next house.
Oh, nice.
Come on there, got my thumbnail with my hat. It's like, hey, how you doing? Howdy everybody. And it's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely silly.
Nice.
Angela says you're definitely remember, but definitely you're memorable anyway. It's like, okay,
That's the goal, right?
that's the goal, I suppose. I'm the only one out of how many people on those Facebook, but I've never seen anybody do that for. So I'm definitely original. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent yet, we'll know. But I'm a one of a kind, and I'm only hadn't seen anybody else out there in a chicken suit and a horse suit. So
That's for sure.
it might be
Which is
whether it's good or bad, it's different. So
maybe
we'll see how that works.
maybe a little bit of good marketing there, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Allison said it was like, it's your business, but you're also having fun at it. So
Yeah.
okay. So
That's
people
the
have
main
fun.
thing, man. Gotta
People
be
have fun with me. Let's work and let's work, earn a living and have a little fun doing while we do it. Why not?
Yep. Dude, there's not a better way to go, right?
Might as well, right?
If you can have fun while you're making a living, man.
There you go. Beats 9 to 5 all day long, don't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Although lately I've been putting in a whole lot more. I'd be working less if I had nine to five, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Even when I was working 12-hour days, it was working less. And I'm 7 days a week now.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no holidays on this day.
Mm. I got to figure out how to get it to 6 days a week.
Well, when you work for yourself, the boss is an ass, got to work it
Yeah,
out.
mine is. I tell him I quit, but he'd fire me for it.
Yeah. I don't see anybody on YouTube yet, so I guess we're here all by ourselves again.
All right, well,
So when anybody coming watching us in the future, you're watching us working out for the future,
working out the kinks and
working out the kinks, and laugh at us when we make some mistakes because that's what we're doing. We're learning how.
that's it. We don't mind being stupid to learn.
There you go.
Looking
Just don't
stupid.
you don't believe it.
Looking.
Watch my YouTube. You'll see Instagram. I got them all on there. It's all there. It's like you
Looking
see the guy on the
stupid.
chicken, you know that guy's got to be having some kind of fun. They dared me. I can't help it. Don't dare me. I might do it.
So Allison dared you when she found out about you buying the suits?
No, I actually they were talking about it on that Monday thing, and they were saying about I should get some kind of a suit or something like that, and a horse suit or something to go along with my, you know. Anyway, so and then it was about the time it was the same time they were having the Amazon sale, Amazon whatever it's their yearly sale thing, and it was a few bucks cheaper. And I'm like, it's $15 instead of 25 or something like that. So I was like, oh, I get this one. I'll go ahead and get that one since they're cheap. I'm glad I got the chicken because the horse is not work. I don't like the horse so much because they don't want to inflate. But maybe I need to get a better higher powered motor, or I don't know, figure out something.
So are the motors that blow them up battery operated or
Yeah, it's just like 4 AA's or something.
no?
Plugs in with a USB cord, so
Gotcha.
I could probably run if I wasn't standing out in the middle of the yard with it trying to get the trees in the background, I could, maybe run a
Power cord.
USB cord to it or something, but
Nice.
I may figure out something. I mean, I
Oh,
got battery packs to I could recharge my phone with and stuff. Maybe I could run it off of that or something, but maybe if it just had more power, it might be all right. I don't know. I took the same one off the chicken suit and put it on the horse, and it still took it forever to inflate. So I don't know what to deal with that horse thing, and maybe I'll have to check it over, see if it has a leak or something. It took, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. It took a while. Seems like a long time when you're standing out in the hot sweating.
oh yeah. Don't take
Yeah.
very long of that, right?
Yeah.
My son actually bought an alien one a few years ago for Halloween. Wonder if that one's around. Maybe have to send you an alien ones so you can play abducted or something.
Hey, who knows? Halloween's coming, so I mean, it'll be on sale again, I guess. I'll
Oh
get
yeah,
something else maybe.
just
If I get
true.
some, Especially if I get some traction out of it, I might have to do something else silly.
Mm.
So we'll see.
Yep, yep.
Well, it's 5 after, and we still have nobody on YouTube
All
on
right.
our live channels.
Well,
So just go, you want to go ahead and crank this thing up and
yeah, let's crank her up. Let's start her.
all right. This is the Bill and Jody show here. We're doing the Bank on Purpose podcast. Tagline, align your money with your purpose. This episode is solo 401k versus a self-directed IRA.
Yep.
And
So we keep it simple here, clear and focused, and helping you grow your money the smart way. And as Bill was saying, today's episode's the solo 401k versus the self-directed IRA, what the difference is, which one's better, and how to use them to invest in real estate on private deals. And let's break it down with 10 easy questions. Um,
all right, we got question one is what is a solo 401k?
Well,
Yes.
it's a retirement account for people who work for themselves. Oh, sorry, bad itch. You can put more money than most yeah, than you can in most other retirement accounts. Um, and you can invest in things like real estate and not just stocks.
Okay.
So, Bill, what is a self-directed IRA?
Well, self-directed IRA is where you can control it yourself as opposed to having to put it with a normal broker and they buy just stock market stocks. So you can buy just about anything you want to buy in it. It just has to be something that you're not a prohibited account, prohibited uh, transactions. So you can't buy something I can't buy a house for my son. I can't buy something that I'm going to work on. If I'm going to buy a house for myself, I have to have somebody else do all the work. I can't even lay a hammer on it or mow the grass or do anything because then it makes it prohibited. So as long as I'm not touching the property in any kind of way, I can still invest in my own property and still do that. And you
So
can
if
buy
it
gold,
need,
you can buy all kinds of things and anything you want to buy, basically, as long as it's not, you can't buy insurance. There's a couple other things you can't buy, but other than that, you can buy pretty much anything.
oh, interesting. So basically, if you can invest in it and make money with it, you can invest self-directed IRA in it. Is that the
Yeah, you can buy a lottery ticket. You can buy stamps. You can buy coins. You can buy cars. You can buy just about anything.
that's it? And so on the real estate side, since we focus more there, um, so you bought a house with your IRA and it needs work. Are you able to do that, or do you gotta get contractors to do all that work, or?
I have to have somebody else besides myself, whether it's a friend or buddy or somebody. It's not me. I can't touch the property in any kind of way because then it's like I'm shorting the government thinks that I might lie on it. It's like if I'm hiring somebody to do drywall, as if I did it myself, I say, well, I'm paying myself $1,000 to do this drywall, as opposed to paying that guy $1,000 to do drywall. That makes it a prohibited transaction. That's why you have to pay somebody else to do all the work. It has to be outside of your control. So, I mean, not control, but outside of your total influence. I mean,
Gotcha.
they're afraid that I'm going to bill myself $1,000 on a $20 job.
Gotcha.
The IRS is worrying about you. The government's going to worry about you spending money that you shouldn't be spending, or saying you spent money that you didn't spend.
Gotcha. So
Well, with a self-directed IRA, you have to go through your custodian is going to approve things as you go through. So your custodian is going to they're going to make sure that you have the correct, you're not funding your son's, you know, uh, build or something like that, something or your mom or anybody in your direct family has got to be, it could be a cousin or somebody like that maybe, but not anybody that's in your direct family.
Gotcha.
So they're going to make sure that it's a legal transaction before you do it. That's one of the differences between solo and self-directed is a solo doesn't have somebody watching it for you. You have to you have to do your own watching. So if you do a transaction that's not correct, and the government catches you, it's on your back as opposed to the custodian's back. So
Oh,
you got to
gotcha.
make sure you got to make sure you're doing your own stuff on the up and up. Otherwise, when you get audited someday, they're going to burn you for it. So you just have to make sure you're doing it according to the rules,
Yeah,
because you don't have anybody watching your back for you.
you definitely want to do it by the rules, because if you do anything questionable that they find against you, um, then they go back, all the money's made after that, even if it had nothing to do with that, any money made after that becomes taxable money, just like it wasn't even in the IRA. So you want to definitely want to know the rules and play by the rules.
And that's the easy part. That's not even counting the part where they send you to jail.
Yeah.
They're not
Um,
too have they're not too they're not too friendly with that kind of stuff. So you got to you don't want to mess it up.
yeah.
So next
So,
question would be number 3 there, I think.
yeah.
Say who can open a solo 401k there, Jody?
So, to open a solo 401k deal, you need to have self-employment income. So if you own a business or even a side hustle, you can open one. But if you work for someone else full time, um, a solo 401k isn't for you. So basically, if you're if you work for a company and they 1099 you, you can have your solo 401k. But you want to make sure there too that they're not skating the rules and getting by you're actually a 1099 subcontractor and not an employee. That's the way to put that. So
You need to be 1099 to your LLC as opposed to, I believe you can do a 1099 to a personal too, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah.
you got to be a 1099 to a LLC so that your LLC is making a profit. And then as you write off all your expenses and things like your internet or your phone or whatever you might be writing off, it still needs to be a net income as opposed to gross income. So as that comes in, you're going to have to make some money above and beyond your expenses.
Yeah. Which, I mean, what if you're a married couple, it's like 24,000 is the standard deduction anyway. So even after your write-offs, you're gonna want to be positive anyway, and still get the benefit of not paying any extra taxes that you don't have to pay the government or owe them
That would be,
beyond, of course, doing it all legally and making sure you have records and all that.
yeah, we're not giving any legal advice here, definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
or
This is just
financial advice for
entertainment.
that matter. We're just giving information that's just good to know.
Yeah.
You can always check out your stuff, double check your stuff. But also, you're talking about your standard deduction there. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that would be your personal income, your personal taxes, which your LLC would go into, but your LLC being a separate entity, even though it as a single owner LLC, it goes through your personal taxes to the IRS, but that LLC is still going to make its profit or its loss before and above your standard deduction. So
Yeah.
it's own entity. So you don't have to count that 24,000 off of your LLC income. You don't have to make 25,000 to make $1,000 income, because that, I mean, as far as your personal taxes, yes, but not as far as your LLC goes, because your LLC is a separate entity. Outside of that, as far as your net income would be considered, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. So, Bill, who can open a self-directed IRA?
Pretty much anybody who has an extra dollar to spend. I mean, you don't have to have, it doesn't have to be 401. You can go out there and sell Coke bottles if you want to. Any extra money you have that you want to put in an IRA, you can put it in a self-directed IRA or a regular IRA. It can be Roth or anything else, but it's a self-directed IRA. You just have to, it's like if you're paying Edward Jones or whoever, Fidelity or somebody, you're going to pay a fee to put it in their account and have them manage it. You're going to pay the some type of fee to a self-directed type place to be, so they got to get their money too. So it's a bank. They're going to get some money no matter what you do. So they're going to, it's a certain fee per year and so much per transaction and things like that, depending on who you work with. So, but it don't take anybody. Anybody can set up an IRA of any kind.
Gotcha. So for your IRA, you have to have earned income, right?
Uh, yeah, but yeah, okay, but it could be earned income from selling Coke bottles if you want to. You know, they don't care where you get your money. You don't have to have a W-2 per se. You just have some kind of money that you made. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So, um, which one, well, which one lets you put more money in, Bill?
Well, solo 401k will let you put in a lot more money. You can put in over 60K a year if you qualify for that much money. If you're making that, if you're making big money, you can put a lot of money into it because of the way it's set up. And with regular IRA, you can put in like 7,000 or 7,500, depending on how old you are, things like that. It was 6,000. I think it depends on how old you are too.
Yeah.
When you're over 50, you get to put a little bit more in there because they're trying to let you catch up. Uh, but you can also, with a solo 401k, you not only are you putting in your contribution, so you were, say if you was to send with the regular IRA, you would put in say your 7,000. Well, your company, your employee or your W-2 employer is going to be able to, he's going to have to put in some money also. They do, that's when you have a company IRA, they typically will do a matching or something like that. So they'll put in some money or they'll pay the fees or they'll put in some other stuff. So as you are your own company, you can put your own company and you're as the employer and the employee, you can double up on your money because you can put in, you know, say you're putting in $7,000, you can also do a matching for that if you wanted to also. So I mean, you can put more in because you're putting in as the employer and the employee. So it maxes out at like 60K a year. So I mean, there's a tremendous benefit as to how much you can put into the thing, tax roll, however you want to do it, whether it's tax paid or before or after taxes, however you want to do it.
Yeah. So that depends on if you're doing it as a Roth or just a regular 401k, the self-directed 401k style
Yeah,
invest.
Roth or rather Roth or regular, either way, but
Yeah.
you still got, you know, it's just whether it's before or after taxes, but you can put a lot more in either way. So
Gotcha. So in the solo, I'm not quite sure on this, but do you know if you can do like if you were doing a Roth in the solo, could you put all of that in the Roth side of it, or is there a limit to how much has to go Roth versus how much pre-taxed or
now I believe you can put all of it into whichever way you wanted to do it. So
no?
if you want to pay the tax, you want to put in 60K and you want to pay the taxes on that money, then pay the taxes on it, put it in an IRA, put it in a Roth. So if you need the tax deduction for somewhere else, you can put it in, half and half or whatever you want to do.
Well,
So I don't believe there's any kind of restriction on which kind you can put where. So if you want to do it all in Roth, which is the best way to do it, because if you can afford to do the taxes, you get them off your back today, and then you can earn income with that for the next 100 years.
so yeah. Yeah, I like that idea honestly because taxes are probably cheaper now than they're going to be in the future. I mean, they can't keep spending like the government likes to spend without having the source for those funds. So every time they spend money, you should be paying more in taxes, and anytime you're not and they're spending money, they're just kicking the can till later when you have to. So it's going to catch up sooner or later.
Depends on where you are in your employment in your life too, because it's, like last year I retired, and so I'm making a lot less this year than I would have last year. So now I can pull some out of my standard IRA and put it in my Roth and pay the taxes on it however I want to do it. But it depends on where you are in your world as to how much you can afford to pay and where you want to pay. So if you can afford to pull some out and pay all your taxes or not pay all your taxes, you need a deduction, and take the deduction. So let's see, which one gives you faster control of your money there, Jody?
So the solo 401k is definitely faster, and you can open a bank account while and write checks right away. The IRA usually needs a custodian to approve every deal. So basically, and in real estate, it's about speed most of the time. So you get a deal and you got your money in the solo, you write the check, you're in the deal. Versus you get a deal come to you and you're in the SDIRA, then you got to go to your custodian, present them the paperwork, and then they cut the check, which could be, 2 to 5 business days a week. I've heard lately with this one company that 8 days is their norm. And so in real estate, 8 days may have cost you the deal. So,
And that's if they don't have the depending on who you have and whether they're picky or not, and they want to run run some kind of inspection or something like that before they even let you do it. So yeah, that's another thing too. And you said SDIRA, which is an acronym for self-directed IRAs, in case anybody was curious on that.
yeah. So, Bill, are there any tax differences between the two?
Yeah, if you borrow money against your self-directed, you might owe extra tax called UBIT. I'm not exactly sure what that acronym stands for right this second.
Universal Basic Income Tax is what that stands for, I believe. I could be a little bit off, but I'm pretty sure that's close.
Something similar to
Business.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
universal business income
if
tax.
I'm not mistaken, it's like if you make a high profit on it, say you're making 30% on your money as opposed to whatever, then they can tax you on that because you're making too much interest in their opinion. Just because their opinion is based on their IRA, not your IRA. You might be making 30% all the time, and they might be going, well, that makes more than 3, and I don't like it, so I'm going to tax you on it. Uncle Sam's got to get their piece everywhere they can. The solo 401k doesn't have that issue, so because it's in a 401, it's a whole different animal because it's a 401. That makes them it makes them better to do for doing, like I said, it's better for doing loans with. So if you're doing loan out your money at a higher percent, short-term returns or EMDs or whatever kind of doing, you're doing, I'm using an acronym again, but you're doing earnest money deposits that are going to get a short-term, turn back in 2 weeks and make 50% on your money, which a lot of people do. So you don't have to worry about the UBIT issue.
Nice.
So we got, let's see, number 9 is can both be Roth accounts?
Yeah. So yes, they can, you can have a Roth solo 401k or a Roth self-directed IRA. That means you pay tax now, but all the growth is tax-free later. And obviously, I'm in a few mentorships, and one of them would say, take every avenue you can to save dollars now and then later. But reality is taxes are probably cheaper now than they're ever going to be in the future because our government has a spending problem. But yeah, for me, I like the Roth definitely better, but I'll play in every aspect I can. Right.
There you go. And it's like, which one's going to be right for me? It's like, well, if you're self-employed, the solo 101 is going to probably be better choice, and has a higher limits, faster access, fewer taxes as far as the UBIT and things go. So it just it makes sense in a lot of ways. If you have the possibility of doing it through your LLC, if you don't, then go get you an LLC because you need one.
Yeah, go start making your money in a business because that's the best way to go.
There you
But
go.
now, if you don't own a business, a self-directed IRA still gives you some great options. So you start small and grow. So I would say they're both good tools, and depending on where you're at, definitely tools that you want to be utilizing.
Okay, just wrapping this up, we got here's the big idea. Both tools let you invest in real things like houses, land, lending, gold, stocks, bonds, anything you want to lend in, basically. And that's how you make your money work harder for you.
But now the solo 401k gives you more freedom, more power, and more speed. And if you qualify, definitely need to know your options. So it's time to do a little bit of homework and see what you qualify for and what's best route for you. And if there's some things you can tweak to make the better route the way for you, then obviously you want to get with your advisors and take advantage where you can too.
Yeah, you got to ask yourself, do you have a side income? Do you have more control of your retirement money? It may be right to open the right account in the bank on purpose. So you want to check that out if you can.
Shoot. Sweet. I want to thank you all for tuning in and share this episode with someone who wants to grow smarter. We'll see y'all next time here on Banking on Purpose.
Bank on purpose. Y'all have a good
Have a
day.
great week.